Across Kalamazoo's campus, clubs are a large part of student life. The 64 clubs offered range from Arabic club to squirrel watching club. For these clubs to thrive, they require money allocated by the school. Our question we want to research is whether the school's budget for clubs and the funds requested by the clubs were at equilibrium. We are wondering if the money given to the clubs on campus is being used efficiently.
We define equilibrium as the amount of money the clubs were supplied and the amount of money they demanded as being equal. We define the clubs as efficient if they used the total sum of the funds they requested by the end of the year. This is important because if the money is not being used efficiently, the extra money could be used to fund other projects on campus such as air conditioning in the dorms. The amount of funds the clubs will receive is managed by the Student Funding Board in Hicks. To discover how the money is being allocated to the clubs and how clubs are using it, we went to the Student Funding Board to find out. We interviewed the office manager, Ian McKnight, for more information.
I am Ian McKnight, and I am the office coordinator for the Student Funding Board.
Alright, so start off, how is it decided how clubs get certain amount of money?
So every club at K College gets what we call $500 of supplies and development. So the stuff you would need to run a club, posters if you want to have candy to draw people into meetings, if you want to do a club dinner or something like that, you have $500 to spend on that every year. Usually, we do manage to run down our entire $114,000 budget by the end of the year.
So what is the average amount of money allocated to clubs this year?
The average is $304 per club.
And what is the average amount of money used by clubs this year?
We have actually spent $127 per club.
Do you think if the budget for clubs was decreased by around, say, $50, there would be a significant impact on the clubs?
I think so. For a lot of our groups, and again, this depends on the group, but for a lot of our groups, $50 is a lot of money. Especially for our smaller groups, the impact of $50 is pretty significant.
Next, we wanted to interview a club leader to get their opinions regarding whether or not they received sufficient funding. We interviewed the leader of Arabic Club, Alak Zagayer, to get her thoughts on the matter.
Hi, my name is Alak. I'm the leader of Arabic Club here at K.
So the first question we had is, what was the budget of the club this year?
We have a $500 supplies and development budget for the year.
And the next question is, how much have you used already since it's...
At least like $150.
Do you feel like the amount you were given could have been reduced and the club would still be able to operate?
Well, yeah, I would be able to operate. Like, if you want us to just look at PowerPoints and talk and not have food and have no one attending, then yes, we can have a reduced budget. But if you want clubs to be successful and flourish and feel like an exciting time on campus, then no, I don't think the budget should be reduced.
After researching into our question by interviewing two individuals directly involved with the funding of clubs, we have given a new perspective on our initial question. We can conclude from the two interviews that the budget allocated for student clubs and the amount used by the student clubs is at equilibrium. The funds are being used efficiently because the budget of $114,000 is usually used up by the end of the year. We can also conclude that student clubs believe the amount of money allocated to them is sufficient for them to operate. Overall, the Student Funding Board does a good job deciding the amount of money to allocate each year to these clubs, and it has left the clubs satisfied.